to the first news bulletin on Spirits TV. I am Shalini Kumar. The idea of this weekly news bulletin is to update you all about major developments happened during last 7 days. The week that followed has been full of good and not so good news. It has been a roller coaster ride for liquor industry. Let's see what has been making news in the last few days. Already reeling under stifling regulations in India, the beverage alcohol sector got another hit from the YouTube. YouTube has prohibited advertisements pertaining to alcohol, among other things, for its masthead ad slot. YouTube will not allow ads depicting or referring to alcohol related content, including ads promoting the sale of alcohol as well as branding or informational ads focusing on alcoholic beverages on its masthead ad slot. The masthead slot is likely to be one of the first things that viewers see when they open YouTube. This initiative by YouTube can give a big jolt to India's alcoholic beverages industry, which doesn't have the privilege to show their brands on print and electronic media through its advertisements. A relief comes from the liquor sector, come from the Andhra Pradesh. So that's a good news for the industry that is going for phased restriction instead of phased prohibition in the state. Recently, the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy, announced this shift in his government's liquor policy. The present Andhra Pradesh government will go in the phased manner to cut down the number of liquor outlets. The number of retail liquor outlets in Andhra Pradesh has been reduced from 4,380 to 2,934. Let's say cheers to the Rajasthan government that has exempted 25% of the basic liquor license fees for the bars housed in hotels, restaurants and clubs in Rajasthan. As per the order, the bars in Rajasthan, which have already renewed their licenses for the current financial year, as of 11th June, will be eligible for the exemption. While the government will not refund the exempted money, the same will be adjusted for the license fees for 2022 and 23. The hotel and restaurant industry of Rajasthan has been demanding the waiver of the license fees for at least for the first quarter as the establishment remained closed due to the state government's lockdown guidelines. So, let's expect the other state will also follow that. There is also some good news coming from brands which have been earning laurels in foreign shores. India's first international blended whisky, Oakesmith Gold, was recently recognized as two of the world's most prestigious awards in alcohol beverages at the 13th annual SIP Awards at California, USA. Oakesmith Gold and its blend variant Oakesmith International won gold and double gold awards. Additionally, at the 4th London Spirits competition, both Oakesmith Gold and Oakesmith International won bronze for quality, value and packaging. Another homegrown brand, Smoke Lab Vodka, wins global accolades in first year of international launch. Smoke Lab Vodka's classic and aniseed variants won both gold and best in class master medals at the prestigious Spirits Business Asia 2021, which is a blind tasting competition. Aniseed and classic were also awarded a double gold, gold and silver medal respectively at the World Spirits Design Competition in San Francisco earlier this year. Many congratulations to NB Group CEO Varun Jain and his team. So let's move on to another homegrown brand, which is launched by a young entrepreneur, Anand Virmani. It has won award in an international competition. Hapusa, the Himalayan dry gin from Now Spirits, recently bagged a gold medal at the International Wines and Spirits Competition 2021. Having only recently completed 3 years since launch, Hapusa has grown rapidly within India and beyond to over 15 countries approximately.
Hi guys, this is Anand Virmani, that's Aparajita Nayanan. We're the co-founders of Now Spirits, the team behind this beautiful gin. And we're happy to announce actually that as of last week, this gin, the Hapusa, actually won a gold medal at the IWSE, which is the International Wine and Spirits Competition.
We feel completely honored to receive this. We always knew Hapusa was really good, but it's also lovely to get this prestigious validation, and we're super excited about where all we're going to go with it.
Yeah, so the good work continues. We hopefully are able to bring it across to more states and more countries this year, and do more of these videos soon. So thank you very much, and stay tuned.
Great growing Anand Virmani, Abhinav Rajput and team. RBI's recent announcement to the pandemic-stricken hospitality industry is a much-needed relief. It has recently announced a policy where it has opened a separate on-tap liquidity window of Rs 15,000 crore for contact-intensive sectors like restaurants and hotels, tourism and aviation ancillary services. This window is being opened till 31st March 2022 with tenors of up to 3 years at the repo rate. Under this scheme, fresh lending support to hotels and restaurants, to event conferences organizers, to travel agents, tour operators and adventure heritage facilities, and several other services can also be provided by the bank. Mergers and takeovers have been happening to the Indian alcobev landscapes. The recent news suggests that the world's second largest brewer, Heineken N.V., has taken control of India's largest brewer, United Breweries Limited. Heineken N.V. has bought 39.6 million shares in UBL to enhance its holding in UBL to 61.5% from 46.5%. Now, restaurants have a new compliance to follow. Food Safety and Standards Authority of India has recently declared that all restaurants and food businesses in India will have to show their FSSAI license or registration number on cash receipts on purchase invoices from 2nd October 2021 onwards. According to FSSAI, this step will facilitate customers to file complaints against eateries easily in event of any irregularities. This now does not bring cheers for Keralites who love to drink in bars, as the state is expected to enhance by 15% as BevCo has increased the price of liquor sold to bars in Kerala by 15%. The price hike has been introduced to compensate for the loss incurred by BevCo outlets, which remained closed during the lockdowns. Let's also celebrate high-performing professionals who are going places. Diageo's Prathamesh Mishra is the new chairman of IPL franchise Royal Challengers Bangalore. The team is owned by Royal Challengers Sports Private Limited, a subsidiary of Diageo India. Prathamesh Mishra is currently the Chief Commercial Officer of Diageo India and has taken on this additional responsibility from 1st of July 2021. He takes over the role of RCB's chairman from Anand Kripalu, who completed his tenure as the Managing Director and CEO of Diageo India on 30th June 2021. Celebrated mixologist Yangdo Plama has recently joined Radiohead Brands, owner of Jimmy's finely crafted cocktail mixers. Yangdup Lama is the new head of product and innovations. Yangdup will act as product evangelist for Jimmy's and will work closely with the founding team to further develop its range of bar quality cocktails as well as co-create new lines of spirits mixers. Avery Dennison, a global materials science and manufacturing company, announced two key appointments for its label and packaging materials business. These changes come in sync with the growing importance of India and its resources for Avery Dennison, also with the company's intent of strengthening the region's voice at APEC level and positioning India for the next phase of growth. Pankaj Bharadwaj has been appointed as Vice President Marketing Asia Pacific, while Saurabh Agrawal will take over the South Asia leadership role as Senior Director and General Manager LPM South Asia. I hope you would like our news bulletin and hope you would see our news bulletin week after week. Stay safe and take care.